It's 1 p.m. in Harare, Zimbabwe's capital. You're watching ZTN News Blitz. Let's take a look at our top stories. Bread vanishes from Zimbabwe shops. Apex Council calls for salary adjustments. Scientists discover cure for cervical cancer. And in sport, FC Platinum in tricky Caf Champions League draw. Bread has disappeared from many shops in Zimbabwe as bakers plan to increase the price from $10 Zimbabwe to $15. An official with the Bakers Association of Zimbabwe told ZTN that the new prices were likely to be effected this week as a result of high operating costs.
Members have not been able to access flour. If your raw materials are not actually available, you are bound to have a shortage. But in terms of issue of pricing is also based on how much you are actually accessing those raw materials. We are in continual engagement with the authorities. I can't comment now because consultations are taking place.
In our running story on the doctors' strike, Zimbabwe's Labour Court will today rule on the legality of the job action. The case was pushed to today after prosecutors failed to present the requisite documents on Tuesday. The doctors went on strike in early September to push for better salaries and working conditions.
The Labour Court has made a determination that those documents have to be filed by the court, filed with the court by 12 p.m. Tomorrow. We will then have a chance to inspect that record, and then the matter will be heard again on the merits by the Labour Court on Thursday at 2:15.
Still on the doctors, the University of Zimbabwe Medical School has lifted the suspension of surgeons Bothwell Mbuawesango and David Chimuka. The two had been suspended for allegedly instigating the ongoing strike by junior doctors.
So currently we have lifted the suspension on the basis of information that we've had. So, our expectation is that they should resume lectures and senior consulting should play a greater role in getting back to work and contributing to addressing challenges.
Zimbabwe's topmost civil servant body, the Apex Council, wants the least paid government worker paid 6,000 Zimbabwe dollars per month. The council's co-chairperson, Thomas Muzondo, said this was in line with the country's rising cost of living. Zimbabwe's Public Service Commission is yet to respond to Zimbabwe's inquiries on the matter.
Price madness, where people are following probably the interbank rate, and we are, as civil servants, we are not requesting for an increment, but the restoration of our salary. That is, in October 2018, we were actually getting in B1 $475 US. And we are saying government must pay the same, not more, but the same.
It's time to get your dancing shoes on and hit the dance floor. South African music group Mafikizolo will finally be in Zimbabwe on November 8th. Their initial show had been built for last month, but had to be cancelled following xenophobic attacks in their country.
Mafikizolo town concert is on the 8th of November at HICC. We have a variety of artists because we want to cater for everyone. In the music, to hear good music. So we have Pichu, Semam Tukuzi, and many more.
Australia could become the first country to eliminate cervical cancer. Researchers from Griffith University in Queensland have used gene editing technology to target cervical cancer tumours in mice using stealth nanoparticles. Lead researcher Professor Nigel McMillan said it's the first cancer cure using the technology. We move now to sports, where Zimbabwean soccer champions FC Platinum have been given a tough draw in the group stage of the Caf Champions League. PO Platinum have been pooled in the same pond as 8-time champions Al Ahly of Egypt, 2007 winners Etoile du Sahel of Tunisia, and Sudanese giants Al Hilal. Meanwhile, away from continental duties, FC Platinum are through to the Chibuku Super Cup quarterfinals after a 4-3 penalty shootout with win over Chapungu at Mandava yesterday. In the playoff round at the Caf Confederation Cup, Triangle will face FC Nouadhibou of Mauritania, with the winner going to the group stage. Nouadhibou have won the Mauritanian League 7 times. We move now to golf, where Greenhorns at the All Africa Golf Championships in Mauritius can stand the heat despite the high standards. Zimbabwe Gold Association Secretary General Lazarus Clever has said the two novices, Promise Sombeiro and Morton Kombai, were expected to tee off Thursday morning at 8:20 and 8:40 respectively. The other two more experienced members of the Zimbabwe team, Graham Lewis and Jack Allard, were also on the course for the first round at 8:30 and 8:50 in that order. We move now to Japan, where the 2019 Rugby World Cup match between England and France, which was set for Saturday, has been called off as a result of Typhoon Hagibis. The typhoon is expected to affect Tokyo and its surrounds. Although organizers say the Scotland and Japan match on Sunday will go ahead, there's a possibility of cancellation last minute. That's all we had for you on ZTN News Blitz. Itai is back with more at 4 p.m. Thanks for watching.